What's up guys, what's going on? Welcome to RGHtechTv. This is Xiaomi's Redmi Note 4 and it's been almost like 5 days I've been using this device and I want to share my experience. So I've actually listed down certain things in terms of pros and cons and I'm going to go over them one by one. Make sure to watch this video till then so that you don't miss on any important points. Now the first thing which I liked about this device is the battery life. So I've actually got like 9+ hours of screen on time and I've tested it for 2 cycles and yet to test it for another 2 or 3 cycles before my full review. And the initial impressions are pretty positive about the battery life. So remember guys, it's a 14 nanometer processor, hence the gate length in the transistor will be less. The energy required for the processing is pretty less, henceforth the improvement in the battery life. And next thing is performance. As you know, it has Snapdragon 625. Most of us, including me, had doubts on how is it going to perform in terms of gaming. But well guys, I have made a gaming review, complete dedicated gaming review, and I suggest you to watch that. So definitely I would actually say that it has done exceptional with all the 3 games I played. There is Nova 3, Modern Combat 5 and Asphalt 8. All are like very heavy games, like around 1 gig game, and I believe it performed pretty well in terms of gaming. I have no issues, and when I say this, I also consider heating. So heating is also very good while gaming, but I also have another perspective when it comes to heating. That is while charging. Actually I tested with the CPU Z application, like the temperature on battery is much higher while charging than while heating. So you will notice a little bit of heating while charging, but apart from that, while gaming and all, it's pretty normal. Like any other phone, it does get a little warm, but no major heating issues. Now in general, if I have to speak, I'm quite satisfied with the performance of Snapdragon 625. Alright guys, take a look at the design and build. It feels very premium. It's a metal unibody design phone. So this part is metal and this part is plastic. And we can see that it also has 2.5D curved glass this time around. It not only looks premium but also feels premium. And the added heft makes it feel much more premium. And not only that guys, this actually, at the thickest point it's like 8.54 or 8.45 millimeters. But at the thinnest point it's just 5 millimeters. So when you hold it, the area which you hold seems to be pretty thin than the phone is. So I believe this actually makes it feel also very good in hand. And the speakers are also being moved on the bottom side this time. That's a very welcome move. And also it has 2.5D glass, which is just amazing. It feels so smooth while gaming, and also in general UI experience, it's pretty smooth guys. So in general, design and build is also pretty appreciated this time around. For 11,000 rupees or for 10,000 rupees, this is one of the best designs you can get. And now speaking about the display, it comes with a 1080p panel. So it's a 5.5 inch 1080p panel. Viewing angles are pretty good, as you can see. Let me just increase the brightness. And as you can see, the viewing angles are also pretty good. And not only that, but color reproduction also seems to be pretty good. But actually some people commented saying that, does it have a yellow tint? If you notice, this is white and this actually does not look pure white. It is a little bit on the yellow side, or it does have a little bit of yellow tint, but you can change that. Go to display, go to color and contrast, and you can change it to cooler version. So standard version by default does have a little bit yellow tint, but you can change it to cooler effect if you want to. So that will give the white shade. But I believe a little bit of yellow tint is very good for eyes. So necessarily, what is a blue light filter? It's nothing but adding yellow tint to the display so that it's good on eyes. So I believe naturally it is pretty good. I don't have any issues with this one. And not only that, but one thing which could have been improved is the bezels. So this is not profound on the black variant or the gray variant, but on the golden variant, which has the white borders, I believe the bezels could be an issue. So make sure that you get the black variant or the gray variant. If they could have reduced the bezels, even the width of the phone could have been reduced, and it could have been much easier to hold the device. But anyway, it's just a personal preference. So I believe viewing angles, color reproduction, outdoor visibility is just fine. Just that some people find it on the yellow tint, and that can be managed through display settings. So I'm quite happy with the display, so no issues. Next thing is call quality. I would actually rate it at around 8 out of 10. So pretty good call quality. You also have call recording option. That's pretty good. And I've been actually using Jio and Airtel, so I didn't face any issues. If I will, then I'll update that in the full review. And now speaking about certain things like sensors, you have many sensors, like more than what you want. So be it gyroscope, be it accelerometer, be it proximity, you have almost all the sensors being given. And not only that, but it also has multicolored notification LED light. You can customize that according to your needs. That's pretty good thing. And it has IR blaster through which you can control TVs, ACs, remotes, etc. And also the capacitive touch buttons are backlit. I'll just try to show you. I'm not sure if my camera is able to capture that one, but yes, the capacitive touch buttons are backlit. They're very, lightly backlit, but you can notice them in the dark. So they are pretty good on eyes as well. So many manufacturers actually try to cut down on these things, basic things like sensors, a multicolored notification, LED light. But I'm pretty happy that Xiaomi has included them in Redmi Note 4. Now coming up to the software, so it runs on MIUI 8, and also company has claimed that you're going to get Android N pretty soon. So that's a good thing. And being a part of MIUI community is itself a very good thing. And I believe that you have that theme store, which is one of the best across the UIs have tested. So in general, I believe MIUI is a good skin. And also I'm going to give 50 plus tips and tricks video pretty soon. So that will be updated in the description box below. Please make sure to check them out. So guys, now looking at the fingerprint sensor performance, I actually have no issues with that one. It's pretty fast and accurate, as you can see. And not only that guys, but the fingerprint sensor can be used to lock the applications, take selfies, and it also can be used in the child mode. So that's a pretty good implementation, I believe. Alright guys, now speaking of the camera quality, I have certain good things and at the same time I have certain bad things to mention. So the good things are focusing was pretty good with good bokeh effect. You can get that nice blur effect. And at the same time, I believe the pictures taken outdoor were pretty good, and also indoor shots were pretty good. As you can see in this image, the picture taken with Redmi Note 4 is much better than K6 Power. It's pretty bright and it's much better. And at the same time, I also believe that color reproduction is not as good as K6 Power. So in this video, you can see that the shirt color is much better on K6 Power and much accurate as well, while on Redmi Note 4 it was not that accurate. So you will notice this if you compare them side by side. Otherwise, it's not a big issue. But yes, it is there. Color reproduction is not that accurate. Now the next con according to me is hybrid SIM slot. I just don't get why companies are behind hybrid SIM slot. Now the cheapest way to expand the storage is adding a micro SD card. Now how do I use my phone? I use Jio for internet, I use Airtel for voice calls, and at the same time if I had a micro SD card slot separately, that would have made my job much more easier. Otherwise I have to swap one SIM with a micro SD card. So definitely I believe companies should understand this, and in the upcoming phones they should include this feature. It's a very necessary feature in India at least. And as far as I know, Snapdragon 625 supports Quick Charge 3.0, but just that Redmi Note 4 doesn't have that feature. And as I mentioned earlier guys, if the bezels could have been lesser, the phone could have been much more narrower, and it would have been much easy to hold the device. Now guys, if I have to sum up, except the camera quality in terms of color reproduction, I was happy with most of the things delivered by Redmi Note 4. Even though they are not perfect, they are very near to perfect, and I believe it's a value for money device. So if you want to purchase, go ahead and purchase this. I actually have no issues. But one thing which I would like to suggest you is, if you're getting this device for gaming, go with the 4 gig variant so that you'll get the 64 GB. So definitely extra storage means you can install extra games, and it can be beneficial in many terms. So that's it guys. If you feel this video was informative, give it a thumbs up, share this video with your friends and family, follow us on Twitter at RGHtechTv, subscribe to us on YouTube. Most importantly, thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon.